Right, do the intro, take it away.
Hello, stream, or if you're watching this later, hello, YouTube. Spazzy coming out right at you. I've got plenty with me, and of course, the main man of the evening. But I love you. Say
Wait,
hello,
I'm
man.
behind Planty? I'm like less important than Planty?
Everyone is less important than plenty. First of
Oh,
all,
okay, that makes sense.
yeah. So what do we got here?
We have the second game that we're casting, which unfortunately the first one won't be put up on YouTube because of technical difficulties. But we have the average baddies on blue team versus Team Real on purple team. Damn it, you got me saying it now too. And
That's the way.
hopefully this game will be, or sorry, this game will be a little bit different than last. The last game was quite a stomp, but very fun to watch, even though there were technical difficulties. Awkward pause.
Yes. Sorry. I was just typing, letting people know that the stream is up again and without technical difficulties. Like you say, that is such a beautiful word to use, by the way. But
Technical
you can use
difficulties?
technical difficulties in any situation if you're having problems that you don't want to go into depth what they're actually about. What happened to you and your girlfriend there? Well, we had some technical difficulties.
Why can't you get it up? Oh, I'm having some technical difficulties.
I'm just having some technical difficulties. We'll be back after the break and we'll see if we can sort it out.
We'll be back after the Viagra break, and we will be coming right back.
Yeah.
So we're
Don't
seeing.
do Viagra, kids.
Have you ever taken Viagra?
Never.
I'm kind of tempted to take it just to see what happens.
That would be not advisable, but yeah, an experience for sure.
Experience for sure. Mix it with some other stuff. Yeah. But we're seeing Rams band here, which we saw last game, and
all right, we're casting a game.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. Let's do this.
Another Kog'Maw band. Actually, Kog'Maw's kind of coming back into flavor of the month a little bit. A Kog'Maw Nunu bottom is like really freaking strong. It's like hilariously strong because you provide Kog'Maw with the slow that he needs to keep attacking someone. You provide him with a huge attack speed boost, and movement speed boost, so he can constantly be attacking quicker. Not to mention the second with his W, and then you also have the ability to keep people off of him with your slow as well. So it's a really strong lane comp. And at level 6, you can pretty much take on anyone, like any composition at bottom lane with it. So not really too surprised, and I think that's why Kog'Maw was banned last game as well.
Absolutely, Kog'Maw Nunu, definitely one of the strongest laning pair right now. It's so fierce. Wants to get to level 6 again, like you said. But yeah, Tryndamere ban. I don't know about that. That is a bit surprising, actually.
That might have
It's
been
probably a targeted ban.
Yeah, either targeted ban or they want to run something specific at top because they also ban Kennen as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious. I'm going to look at the profiles and see if any of them actually do play Tryndamere quite often.
Yeah, interesting. So targeted bans are also still quite what's it called quite common in terms of ESL gameplay when you get to the later games in the tournament. It could be very effective just to if you feel like you have enough variety of champions on your team that you can master. Then targeting one player on the enemy team that you know plays 3 main champions and just let that player play a champion that they don't know as well can really be effective. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was looking at the ESL site trying to see what match this was, and it's the match before quarterfinals, I believe, or maybe the match before quarterfinals. I don't really have a word for that. But we are seeing so Lee Sin pick for the average baddies, and we are seeing Udyr Jana for Team Real, and that Lee Sin can really be versatile. It could really either be top lane or jungle depending on what they choose. And same with Udyr, he could be jungle or he could be top lane. But I mean, assuming looking at summoner abilities, he will be jungling for them. But there is always that option though, because Udyr and Lee Sin are both so flexible that you can run on top lane or run them through jungle depending on what the other team picks for a top lane. And we are seeing Corki Strock again. Last game they did a lot of work bottom. They have a really heavy damage composition. Just Corki having a limited mana, mixed with just the amount of pure damage he can do. So that'd be really interesting to watch against a Jana. I'm not sure if she's gonna be middle yet though, or if she's actually gonna be support. But I guess we'll find that out in a few short seconds.
Yep. And what happened last game was also that Corki managed to grab the blue buff from the jungler and was thus being able to just poke. It was just insane. We've talked about it earlier about the fact that you can get unlimited mana with a Soraka. and with a mana-heavy champion like, or with an ability-heavy champion like Corki, that is really beneficial.
Oh, beneficial, another good word. It's a nice benefactor in this game.
Nice Beninovic.
What?
I don't know. I don't even know, man.
All right, well, we're seeing,
Ooh.
yeah, LeBlanc Rumble. That would be interesting. So obviously Rumble will be top, and LeBlanc most likely middle. I'm actually a big fan of seeing LeBlanc lately. She just has really high potential and a really high skill cap, in my opinion. You know, being able to cast all the spells, knowing when to go in, when to not. Yeah, even juking, like you're able to juke really well with her if you use her. I believe it's E, no W, yes W. Sorry, I had to think of it because I only played her a couple times.
I am not a LeBlanc player either, so I have no idea. But I agree, she is a very hard champion to master actually, and but once you get there, it's just so. It's one of those champions that when you play against her for the first time, you go, "What is this? Is this supposed to be like that? Should this character really be able to one hit me at level 6?" But
Oh,
again, it's a
same
very
team.
very. Oh yes, as last game we saw a Swain, we saw a Maokai in the jungle. So Swain was up against an Ari last game, and he actually managed to get a nice twisted advanced gank from Maokai at the early level, and that just set him ahead, and he just snowballed from there and was able to win that lane. How do you feel this matchup, Swain LeBlanc?
Okay, well, I've actually seen this before, and I believe it was either at Kiev or another tournament around then recently, where Swain actually like went 13 and held pot middle against LeBlanc, and it worked out. Like he did not die. He's able to deal with all of her harass, and it worked out because as long as LeBlanc doesn't get fed early game and isn't able to go around ganking quite often, then she's pretty much useless. So I don't know. It should be really cool, especially with the Maokai. Really easy ganks on her. Yeah, she can distortion away, but squeak. Sorry. But if you have Malcolm Twisted Advance, he'll still lash onto her. Like, he'll still continue the advance onto her if she distorts. Paired with Never Move from Swain, should be really high damage. I'm assuming that Swain's actually going to be trading with someone. It looks like actually Soldier and Elodie are going to be trading. Or no, it's actually a three-way trade. So Swain will have Flash Ignite. So we should see some easy kills middle as long as Malkai's able to set those up again like he did last game.
Especially if they bait that distortion from LeBlanc, if she has that on cooldown, and that flash is not going to help you then. If he managed to get that twisted advance on her, like you're saying, it will continue even though she flashes. But yeah, LeBlanc is kind of the equivalent of a Shaco AP. Like, get a couple of kills and really affect the game big time. Don't get those kills and be a bit like meh. Meh.
What do you actually think
Derp
about
derp.
bot lane?
Graves Janna versus Corki Soraka. Okay, so Graves Janna, again, we see a Graves with cleanse, and I think that is, well, it's a good idea against the Maokai, and of course in team fights you can get a Swain following that CC up. But what I'm thinking here is, again, that heal is going to be missing, and if they try an engage 2v2 without the gank taken into account, that is going to really show. Although I can see now that Croaky is... No, he switched back to heal. Cool. So he's going to have that heal, and he's going to have Soraka. So again, like last game where there was actually a Graves... Was it even a Graves Janna then as well?
It was a. I really don't remember.
Either
I
way, it
could
was
not see
Graves and
bot
someone
lane.
else, yeah.
I physically could
And
not see bot lane in my.
technical difficulties. But yeah, what happened then was if they went for a perfect engage, they would just not have the damage due to the fact that they had that heal. But what I'm feeling a bit here, like we discussed Sivir a bit earlier, I really think that Sivir, again, here would be a much better pick. But we're talking a bit about the flavor of the month as well. And Graves is, of course, more played, I guess, than Sivir. But if you take a look at it, you get the early game damage. You get that in there. And against the Soraka, that is really beneficial. Especially with the Janna, you can boost that AD up. Like, I would probably go, if it was up to me this game, I would probably go Sona Sivir against this lane. Because you get that early game harass damage. You can really zone early on against the Soraka. When she has her cooldown down, she will have to back off. And you can also completely shut down those ganks from the Maokai since you have your spell shield. And it's a really easy ability to spell shield because you see him tumbling towards you and it takes a couple of seconds before he actually hits. So, that is just me. But again, I'm not going to say Grace Janna is not going to be a potent lane. It's gonna come down to the players.
I actually really like Gray's Janna. Actually, Janna is probably still my favorite support in the game, just because of like just how much you can do in a fight. And
Oh yeah.
I can see why they have Graves Janna, because at level 6 he could be able to he should be able to burst down the Soraka just by getting a spell shield, laying his buckshot, laying his ultimate onto her. Will take her down to at least like 20% health. And look at that Corki is running a heal, because there is a lot of damage. Even though they don't have a lot of sustain, they have a lot of damage coming from that. So Corki has to be really careful with that heal. And both teams actually running CV, which is kind of surprising to me. I never see CV ran anymore, except like earlier today we saw. I think last game they ran CV as well, but I'm really curious to see. I don't know. This Janna can play such a crucial role in team fights. That's why I don't really know why Graves is running cleanse, because Janna can protect Graves so easily, and maybe an ignite or an exhaust out of him would be more beneficial for laning phase over cleanse. Unless he's really worried about the early game, really worried about Maokai doing some early ganks onto him, then that I could understand.
Yeah, it's also like you say, like Janna has so much presence in late game as a support. But talking about those CVs, I do feel like, yeah, why would you need it against this team? Like you don't have a hard time following a Maokai in the jungle, like what route he takes, and if it were to, accordingly, you will be able to get away before he actually comes in range. Like I think it was even in one of your Alt in 10 episodes that someone mentioned that, yeah, CV is something I'll run against, for instance, a Rammus, who you need to spot very early on coming through the river if you want to even survive the gank.
It's
But yeah,
working. Sorry,
awesome.
I had to celebrate.
That's what we're talking about. Good job. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that both team runs CV here. Definitely.
I'm just curious to see how well this LeBlanc does middle, actually. And especially Rumble top against a Lee Sin. I don't really remember the matchups too well. Top lane, I don't know who should win that, but I know Rumble cannot get away from Lee Sin if he does engage onto him, and Lee Sin could get away from Rumble with his W, being able to dash it, sorry, in and out. And skin battle, we're looking at the skin battle. Soraka has a
Yep.
skin, Malka has a skin,
Important.
Graves has a skin, and Janna does not have a skin. So obviously this game is clearly going to go to the average baddies having that skin advantage.
Yeah, that Corky man.
Yeah, overlays on.
So awesome, good job. We're good to go. Finally, ESL. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
But mostly ladies.
We're looking at. Sorry.
But mostly ladies.
Mostly ladies. We're looking at a team full of boots there. Take a look at the items. Almost every single one of them has boots to give them that sustain with the health pots. We see Lee Sin almost getting caught by Odir there, but now he's going to walk around and they might spot him. CV goes down. Actually, a ward goes down by Soraka. Early ward for invasion, so they really want to keep it safe. I think Maokai might have a bit of a problem starting with his little thingies there, because they will try and interrupt that to make sure that he doesn't get that fast advanced in the jungle. Because he can place down his saplings, a couple of them there, and just clear that creep camp, the wraiths, and then just move on to blue without losing any jungle time. And that is probably what they want to do. They want to interrupt. But who do you think has the strongest level 1 right now?
I say out of pure damage that Team Real has the damage, but Swing has such a good disengage with Never Move, or even in advance. But I don't know, they really don't have too much damage on their team, so actually might see a fight here. And Swain landing the Never Move onto Janna, and Janna might go down, getting ignited, and it will be taken away slowly. Lee Sin getting caught by LeBlanc, and also ignited, will be running away. And it looks like there actually is no one going down except Maokai, who does flash out, and Corki picks up the kill on Janna, who gets a little overzealous and does push in. But Corki might get picked up here if Udyr does not have Tiger, so Corki is trying to go for the kill, does get the kill on Rumble, and flashes away.
Wow.
Really good play by Corki there. LeBlanc is being chased away bottom lane by Swain here. He lets her go and goes to middle lane. So a 2 for 2 there.
Wow.
Wow, for both teams, that was a really exciting fight.
Yeah, really excited level 1. What happened was that Janna got extremely low, but her own shield actually saved her from that ignite tick, so she got away. And then LeBlanc doing an extremely ballsy flash in there, just going for, I want that freaking kill, man! And she just went in there, and it paid off because she actually got away, and I really thought she was dead there, but Yeah, good job.
Yeah, so LeBlanc picked up a kill, Corki picked up 2 kills. Cork is able to buy Doran's Blade and get to lane now. Looks like no one else is actually going to be backing and picking up any more items, but Corki now has a huge advantage having that Doran's Blade in lane, having that extra 100 health, extra 10 damage, and 3% lifesteal. And Swain is actually zoning LeBlanc. He actually is ahead of her in levels already. LeBlanc is only about 75% of the way through level 1, and Swain is actually almost halfway done through level 2. So he actually has such a huge advantage here because she was chased out so awkwardly. And we see Maokai actually come up here at top to go for a gank on Rumble, knowing that his flash is down. Actually, sorry, his flash is up.
He did not use it in team fight now. But Maokai, again, getting a strong start of the jungle is just with that blue. Going for early ganks is just so potent with this character. Odir is going for their red right now. Level 3 don't have any pots left, but he's going to clear that red with ease. And then it appears that what are they called? The average Baddies knows that he's on his way, as they pinged that he was going to move that way. So they have good vision of his route due to the CV from Soraka. So that is all good for them.
Hopefully they notice his health, though, and notice that he could not actually gank. And if he did, Lee Sin will kill him. Lee Sin being level 3 right now, Rumble level 2. Rumble will hit level 3 obviously really soon, and Lee Sin is actually almost half the way through level 3. So I'm just like really paying attention to levels because level 1 fights really show this. Like how well you do in a level 1 fight really plays out the rest of the game, at least for early game, because getting those early levels on people. Like if you have 2 equally skilled players and one has a level advantage, the one with the level advantage will most likely win. A fight. So it's really interesting to see like how level 1 fight really affects everything else, and that's why I'm really paying really close attention to levels and how everyone's doing.
Yeah. It is very important, like you say. That is usually what you see as the most common Corki zoning out Graves a bit bot since Yana went and warded. But that is usually what you see on in a top lane when a kill is getting grabbed for someone. It's usually the fact that that person just dinged one level higher than the other one and just capitalized on it completely. Because those early levels does a lot, like you're saying. Meanwhile, Maokai is clearing up his own jungle. He does his small guns right now. Did we see a gank in mid there?
Udyr attempted it, but Swain did get away quite easily, and Udyr actually is going to be invading here. Maybe he will head towards double golems and pick up Maokai there. He actually is going to be heading bottom right now. He did ping saying he is heading on the way, and Maokai is actually going the other way, so they just kind of ran right by each other without noticing it. And the average Baddies does not see Udyr coming. Yeah, looks like Udyr's going to be able to come in from behind here and get a kill here, either on Corki or Soraka. And they are chasing the Corki down. He could just jump over that wall. Very poor choice on their part. They should have switched over to that Soraka. They knew Corki could get away there, and at least Soraka's flash is up actually at the moment. But Corki's is almost up, so maybe that's why they went for Corki, knowing that his was down still. But still, backing over that wall, easy escape for him. And Udyr will be heading towards middle lane here.
Yeah, he got CV though. Right. They have good vision on him, so he's going to have to back off. With his double buff, he's just going to clear a couple more creeps before he looks for another gank. Rumble top got extremely low there. I did not see what happened, but Lee Sin obviously did a good work on him because now he's recalling and he's going to miss, a solid creep wave there, and that always does a lot when you miss the creep wave being pushed out of the lane.
He's going to miss a whole half a level, if not more, just from that wave. Well, actually, he's coming back pretty quick. I don't know. He will miss a lot of XP, let's just say that. And one thing I want to point out to you is if you look at the hit F1, F2, and F3, look at the map vision actually right now. The average Baddies actually only has 1 ward down at bottom lane in the tri-bush, and Team Real. Actually, sorry, they had more vision earlier, but they're keeping the Eye on Dragon and keeping tri-bush warded, so they are really trying to prevent Maokai from ganking this Graves because Maokai's ganks are strong. Period. They really want to let Graves make it to late game here and not get harassed too much after Corki has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Janna has been having a good vision though. She's been warding the race over here, and she's been CVing accordingly. And she knows she has pretty good insight of where he is in the jungle. Right now, she doesn't really have to catch him because she has good enough wards to know if he's coming. Looks like Udyr is going to try a little ninja gank here. So we're going to see if Graves can push up that those creeps.
And sorry, top lane we're seeing right now, Swain actually came up from middle behind this Rumble. He's going to be trying to get the number going, but misses it. He probably should have waited. That does get the Ignite onto Lisa, not even close enough to do anything damage, but he will be able to pick up the kill here. Really good gank by him top lane. That never move was a little awkward, but he did prevent Rumble from running backwards, which I guess was the idea of it. He did zone him in that sense and made him go towards Lee Sin, trying to get Lee Sin in on that action, but they did pick up that kill, so now is 3-2 in favor of the average Baddies.
That damage on his Sonic Wave, though, that was way more than I expected. I don't know if Trundle felt the same. I mean, Rumble.
Yeah, he's leveling it up first, so that's probably why. I wanted to check out his skill order, and yeah, he's leveling his Sonic Wave first, and it really hurts. It really does a lot of damage. I mean, the less health they have, the more damage it'll do.
Yeah. So right now, what I feel about bottom is now they are pinging their blue. So Team Average Baddies are going to head in there. They do not have any wars they can place down, but they had excellent timing on it.
Yeah,
Look
really
at
good
it
timing.
as it goes up, and they just have perfect vision because Odir is top, and LeBlanc is not going to be able to contest this, and they're just going to grab this for Corki again. Corki's going to end up with
Actually,
that
looks like
blue
that one's
buff,
for
like we saw.
Swain. Sorry, it looks like it'd be for Swain. He's actually coming up here to take that to go against LeBlanc, and they might actually give their blue to Maokai, since he is level 5 right now to kind of keep him up in levels.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Or you could see them actually. No, absolutely. I didn't see Swain coming in there, and you know, or they might just actually keep it there and then save it to refresh it on Swain. But it looks like you said, it looks like Maokai is going to grab that.
Yeah, it's really important if he keeps up in levels because he actually does quite an amount of damage. You know, per level. So having him kept up in levels, getting him, you know, pretty tanky is really going to help them out late game, especially surviving that LeBlanc burst, that Graves burst, and that Rumble's damage that he can provide.
Yeah, I'm just thinking a bit about this bot lane right now because Graves and Janna had that early advantage bit, like you always do against the Soraka. Right now, though, the lane is steadily tipping over into Corki's and Soraka's pure poking strength, and they can just completely
Oh, sorry,
get
looks
those last
middle.
hits.
Check out middle. Look, they have a ward. Team Real has a ward on Maokai right there, and it looks like they
What
wanted to
happened
go for
there?
that kill. It looks like he actually had sight of Udyr for a second, but lost it right in time before he could advance to him. But yeah, it looks like they're actually trying to set up for a kill on him, and because LeBlanc was hitting with her, Deuce was hitting with her, and it looks like they're actually using an engage here. LeBlanc missing her chains onto Swain, and they are just going to back out. But sorry, continue what you're saying about bot lane, because I was actually really interested in what you're saying.
Yes, what we're going to see now is that Graves is going to push out this lane now because they were back to buy and he wanted to do that. And right now we're just going to see Corki clear those creep waves
Top
so
lane,
fast.
sorry,
And
I caught that last
again.
second. Lee Sin getting that
What happened?
Ignite and Dragon Kick onto Rumble just takes him down. Lee Sin has 2 Doran's Blades, so he has 129 AD, and he hurts in lane. Like, that Rumble really needs to build a little bit of armor. He does have Ninja Tabbies, and he did get a Doran Shield, so hopefully be able to stay alive a little longer, but level 8 Lee Sin compared to a level 6 Rumble, so that's really falling out. Udyr really needs to help pretty much every lane right now. He's just unable to keep up with Maokai's ganks, and
Yeah.
Rumble's just falling so far behind. But we do see LeBlanc coming up here from middle here to try to gank Lee Sin.
Not going to be in time, unfortunately. But like you said, like Rumble can't do much against Lee Sin other than out-damage him if he gets close. That's his only option. He doesn't really have that escape. Lee Sin can go in, engage in combat, and then get out, land his combos, and poke him down. And right now, LeBlanc is wasting a lot of time top. I don't know if she didn't realize that he was gone. And they are going to pink ward the Drake and go for it. They have perfect vision. They know LeBlanc was top. So they're just starting this. And they noticed the ward there. Actually spotted LeBlanc, and look how long she's staying. She might actually be DC'd, I'm thinking. No, she's moving now. And that is going to be a free Drake for the average baddies, and obviously putting them ahead there. 14k gold against 12k for Team Real. But my bottom point was being, we're getting some action in mid. It's not possible to talk about that. Lee Sin is going to land that Sonic Wave, but LeBlanc's going to flash out of that never move. Very, very good job, because if she would have gotten caught by that, it would probably have been a kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just leave my theory about bot lane and talk about the game, shall we?
Yeah, I just want to say that the average baddies are doing a really good job with map control. They took Team Real's blue, or their second blue. They took Dragon. They have a lot of wards on the map. If you want to look at vision right now with F1, they can see pretty much all of River, and Team Real can't see anything. And we see actually Udyr coming in here at bottom. Graves getting pretty low, and Corki's Valkyrie away. Straka will flash to kind of stay out of range of dying. But yeah, Team Real has no vision on the map except top lane, and actually we just missed a kill in the middle. But as you see, Swain just slowly getting farther and farther ahead. But yeah, so there's like no vision. There's one ward top lane. They have no wards on the bottom of the map right now, so they can easily be ganked. They know Maokai is top though, so bottom lane obviously feels a little safe. But yeah, just I wouldn't be too surprised to see maybe an early Oracle out of Maokai. I mean, yeah, they aren't warding too much, but what that will provide him. Yeah, he does have an Oracle. There we go. So I guess I was right, or I just didn't see it earlier. But it just really denies them all the vision they need because Maokai's ganks are so strong. And Udyr flashing out of that never move from Swain. I should stop talking and let you talk now because I've been talking for about a minute straight. So go ahead.
Breathe, man, breathe. You're doing a good job. Yeah, that never move was definitely, again, a good flash from Udyr. He couldn't get caught with that. But he actually did try, and I think he even got the big Wraith. So, I mean, if he did, that was definitely worth it. But, you know, a flash is a flash, and that is always going to be a pain if they get into a team fight. LeBlanc pushing back, Swain without mana mid. But Swain looks like he's just baiting a bit, because here comes Maokai with the Twisted Advance. I don't think Swain has enough mana, though, to do anything here. They really probably want to get him another blue now in order for him to keep his dominance in mid that he has been putting on LeBlanc so far.
Yeah, I believe Team Real's blue will be coming up in about 30 seconds, and I hopefully that the average Baddies actually realize that, and we'll be heading there soon. We see Maokai coming in bottom for a gank, and they do not have vision of him, so he will be able to get this free gank without being noticed.
He's coming in the long way around. Grace is way overextended. Getting that turn though, and now they're engaging. Will they be able to damage House Raka? Yeah, there it is. That's the combo we were talking about earlier. Grace trying to quick draw away from that Maokai, but it's not going to be possible. And now that damage is just going to be too much, and Jan is going to have to do her best to go back, but she is probably just going to fall here. Swain is coming in just to secure this kill. But again, it's going to be enough. As you said there, Soraka melted to Grace's combo. But yeah. I'd say they did a good job. They did not have vision, and they were overextended. Looks like Maokai is going to try something here at blue, but they were able to smite it. Good job on Odyr's part, and he's just going to fall back. Would probably be a bad idea for them to go in there, even though that Corki was slow. But where was I?
Oh, well, yeah. Even though Udyr did smite it, it denied it from the bonk. So in the end, it actually worked out for him quite well. For
Maokai. Absolutely. It was well played. But what we saw bottom was they had no vision. They were a bit clumsy. And got caught by Maokai, but they realized, hey, let's take down this turret and let's make the most of this before we die, because we are probably dead. So they went in and got a kill on Soraka, which was a good job. And as you said, Maokai does have that Oracle now, and that is just painful.
I was about to say that, like, this game does not want you to talk about bot lane with action keep breaking out like everywhere else around the map. And we see Lee Sin doing some really good harass. He's 2 levels ahead of King Ploopy up here on Rumble. He constantly does Sonic Wave in and then does Safeguard out, and we see some action here. We see Maokai coming for the counter gank on Udyr, and Lee Sin missing his Sonic Wave will get caught a little bit, but does Safeguard out, and Maokai does protect him with his something Arcane Smash. Sorry, and Rumble getting the ulti onto Maokai. Maokai has to flash out, and Lee Sin gets a really nice Dragon Kick onto Rumble, which hits them both, and LeBlanc coming up from the lane as well, trying to maybe help out and get a kill here, but they will back out. And now blue buff, if Team Real here was trying to contest this, they really could do a good job. I mean, they have really good health situation.
Meanwhile, bottom, Grace is actually moving in on the killer. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but I thought Grace was going to go for his ultimate. I don't know if you had that up. Yes, it was up. He actually did
top
very
lane.
Surprising.
Sorry, top lane. We see LeBlanc coming in and Lee Sin having to flash away. LeBlanc might be able to pick up the skill here, but Swing coming in from blue buff to try to help him out. Lee Sin getting ignited away, or getting ignited. He will go down to LeBlanc. Swain is chasing that Rumble, who has like 2 health and does try to keep running away. If he goes on a tower, he still will get the kill for Swain. That was not really needed on his part unless he's trying to escape that Udyr. But yeah, continue. You're talking about bot lane, how Graves actually was looking like he was going for a kill on Corki.
Yeah, I know what Swain went through there. Like, you really want to be rather safe than sorry when it comes to that kill. But what I'm a bit surprised and a bit sad about to see that was Swain actually went for Rumble, and I mean, LeBlanc is so cooldown dependent, and she blew her cooldowns, and they both survived. And that is just a bad position for any LeBlanc to be in. And if they focused on her, that would have been a safe kill probably. But yeah, they got Rumble, so so that was cool. But Grace was actually a bit aggressive bottom. And what we're seeing is actually a good amount of damage on his part. He has been keeping up with farm. He's actually ahead of Corki right now. And they have the turret on bottom. So turret on top is going to go down to Swain. And Udyr is going to be there. Try and probably zone him out until he gets help. But he's not going to get any help. So Swain is going to make it out alive there. Yeah, bottom lane has actually been very well played by Team Real. Grace is definitely in this game.
I really want to agree with you and say that Graves is actually doing really well. I mean, he is obviously, look at CS, but he was forced to go Wriggles. Yeah. And Corki is able to look like he's going for his Bloodthirster or IE, either one. And I don't know, just I feel being forced to go Wriggles like that, he kind of does fall off a little bit late game in these team fights. And we see Corki does pick up his IE. I mean, but he's doing a really good job. Don't get me wrong. He's really keeping up in CS, especially by having no sustain early game. But it does seem like he's falling off just because of that. We see Udyr actually engage on some Maokai here and LeBlanc as well. And Lee Sin's here to help out.
Yeah, they're really aggressive there. Udyr just pummeling along and trying to get them back. And this is going to be a Drake fight. This is probably going to sell a lot of things in this game. And We can see Team Real moving in. Lee Sin does get vision on Rumble, and they do have vision on that, and they have a good opportunity to move in here. Malka's going to place down that war, and we're probably going to see an engage here. Rumble places down their ultimate. They're all getting caught in it. That slow is very, very annoying for them. Here comes LeBlanc moving in and out, but poking them very good. Corky getting on the other side of the wall, trying to poke them down as good as he can. And Janna Monsoon goes down, pushing all of them back, and we're not going to see a single kill here. Everyone just min-maxing their characters so well right now that no one is actually going to go down. Did you manage to see who got the Drake? Was it Team Real?
It was Team Real, and that's what I was about to say, that Janna being really smart there, noticing their team did get Dragon, just wanted to reset the fight. You know, there's no reason for them to lose anyone after getting that Dragon, because they get caught up with that. I mean, they're only down by pretty much 1.5k gold. So her Monsoon to keep everyone away, and you know, they may have gotten a kill, yeah, but they also may have lost 1 or 2 people. So in the end, that was a really smart move by her. Really, really happy with that. And Team Real is still in this game. They definitely are still in this game. As you saw in that team fight, there was a lot of damage going down. Everyone, you know, got really low. I mean, no one really kind of was getting shut down completely in that team fight.
Absolutely. And we were talking a bit about Graves' build there, and yeah, he was forced to go Wriggles, and it's not like the damage is going to be significantly low mid-game at the Drake fight. He's still going to be potent, but as you say, he's going to fall off a bit late game. And especially I want to point out on Graves, he's just one of those AD carries that flat freaking attack damage is what you want to go in order to get that burst maximized, because he is kind of short-ranged. And he's a bit more durable than some other ADs, especially mid-game. But he is one of those characters, I feel at least, that you really want to pump out as much damage as possible during as short while as possible. Meanwhile, we see Maokai here trying to do some aggression on the blue. He knows that they're in there, but he doesn't have vision right now. LeBlanc is going to grab that, so they will not be able to deny that for now.
It's a really good job by LeBlanc knowing that they were missing from middle and that they could be trying to contest this, and she just kind of popped whatever she could to make sure to burst that down just in case.
Bottom's in trouble now. They don't have vision. They don't know that the entire team are coming from them. Do they have the movement speed to catch up? Obviously, that Janna is doing a good job with those whirlwinds. And it's so hard to catch a Janna. You really need a Shirley and you really need to dodge those skill shots properly. Oh, God, I can't talk. Take over.
Yeah, that's why she's one of my favorite supports. Just the utility she brings to team fights. She's pretty much on the level of Alistair in terms of the CC she can do. You know, the protection she gives an AD carry or anyone in general is just so amazing, and that's, I mean, as you see right there, like, you know, just one whirlwind pretty much disengaged that fight from happening, and it could have been a potential 2 deaths for them and a tower loss. So yeah, she's just one of my favorite carries overall. And we see Lee Sin actually on top here, doing some damage to Rumble. He actually does have his Phage, and will be building towards his Frozen Mallet to keep, you know, get some extra health, get some slow, and probably will build an Atlas as well. I see some action here middle. Are you able to talk now? I'm just curious. Should I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my breather. Yeah.
All you.
So I'm really curious to see if LeBlanc will be able to position herself correctly in all these team fights. That's the turret going down. Twisted Advance also goes down, and they are going to focus down this order because they're doing enough damage. Why did LeBlanc stay there? That was very interesting to see. As I mentioned, is she going to be able to do her position properly? We just saw that she didn't really pull it off in that team fight. She got stuck in there. Did you manage to see what happened there? Because I was just surprised to see that.
I believe Maokai did Twisted Advance too that Udyr, but I don't know why that LeBlanc was still there. That I do not know. Maybe she got silenced by Soraka, because Soraka was there participating.
Maybe that was the case. So she couldn't use her. Is it her E she uses to go back?
It's her W. E is her chain, and I want to point out that she actually was forced to go DFG. LeBlanc was forced to go DFG to kind of be able to burst anyone down because she's unable, period, to burst anyone on that team down from 100 to 0 because of how denied she's gotten.
And like Veigar, she is one of those characters who really needs to be able to do that.
Right. Actually, I played Veigar last night and ended up going like 12-1 in a ranked game just because of how strong.
Oh, here we go.
Twisted Advance going on a Rumble, and Maokai getting dropped as well from Graves and LeBlanc, as you see right there, and Graves just safely getting away. That Udyr trying to run the other way, kind of like who do you want, and Corky chasing after him, but Corky does not have a slow to help at all. So, but yeah, you just saw, like, I mean, even though LeBlanc and Graves are kind of behind in items, they still do a ridiculous amount of damage. And Lee Sin actually Sonic waving into here does kick that Janna, who pops her heal, and she does get saved actually, making Swain blow his flash as well. So yeah. Wow, just that must have been like a miscalculation.
That bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now we saw just a mistake in mid, and I must say that the average Baddies has capitalized very well on that. We saw Odir and LeBlanc getting caught after they managed to down the mid turn, and since then they've just been getting so much stuff down. Corki here moving in under the turret on Odir. Swain is gonna just completely zone out LeBlanc from this fight, and now they are gonna try and chug down on that Odir, but he's gonna, yes, he's gonna survive, and they are gonna have to fall back now because Corki is a little bit too low. But yeah, they've capitalized well on the fact that they made a little mistake. Team Real made a little mistake in mid, and that is just very strong. Maokai is going to grab that red. Should probably start to go to Corki, but he is on the other side of the map right now, and they want to go back. We see some pings go down at Baron from Team Real, and I'm not sure why Swain doesn't go B here.
Well, they probably need some eyes, since they don't actually have any wards on Baron. They need to have some eyes towards it. And yeah, gold, I wanted to point out, is that team average Baddies actually had like over 1,000 gold each, so they are going to be coming back a lot stronger for this fight, or the next fight's going to happen.
Yeah, we can see Corki almost finish those Phantom Dancers. Yeah, Swain is going to come back with some significant burst in damage as well. He does have enough to pick up a Blasting Wand, although he might actually go for even more lifesteal. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Spell Vamp. We'll see what he picks up.
I was surprised to see a Rylai's. Oh, he's actually going Glacial Shroud. Interesting. Because he's not going to be killed by that Graves. Knowing that he has too much health for that LeBlanc right now, maybe he just wants to make sure to survive against that Graves and be kind of... just, I mean, they have 3 tanky characters as it is with Swain, Maokai, and Lee Sin, so I don't know, maybe he's just trying to help with that. And the CDR is really nice, though, on Swain, obviously. He just never moves up as often as possible.
I think he really wants to be baiting fights right now. He really wants to be in the thick of it all and just deal damage passively with his Crowstorm, or with his, not Crowstorm, what's it called? With his Ravenous Flock. That's it. And he just wants to be able to take the punishment and then just heal back up, and then take more punishment and then heal back up, and at the same time deal that good damage. And that is just going to be a huge pain, especially for characters like Graves, who needs to get in there in order to do damage.
Right. And if you check out Vision actually right now, Team Real is really hurting on Vision. They have no sight on Baron. The average Baddies actually might be able to pick up this Baron uncontested, seeing that John and Graves were nowhere near it. They can, burst it down. Obviously, CV going down. Looks like they actually might try to go for the steal here, Rumble, and then might flash over and do some heavy damage on a Maokai. Wow, Rumble missed. Unfortunately, not getting the steal. Udyr did flash over to try to smite steal it, but they did pick up the kill on him. They did do a lot of damage to Maokai, but I mean, with that Negatron cloak and 134 MR, he was able to survive any of the harass they could do without Graves being there.
It's a shame that they went for Maokai there. They had other targets. I think LeBlanc was in range of other targets with her combo, and yeah, any other target than Maokai at this point could have been more beneficial for it. But they did try their best to steal that, and it's always hard to pull off a Baron steal. So they did well. They waited well.
Actually, Maokai go down here. LeBlanc checking her blue, does see him there, and he is getting quite low. She will be able to get the snare onto him, and hopefully her cooldowns do come up in time. She does ignite him, and we'll get that free kill. So Maokai, kind of overextending in an awkward spot, does go down. But of course, with that, top tower did go down for the average Baddies, getting that extra tower kill onto, or extra tower money. And
I just want to point out that LeBlanc did the cool guys never look at explosion pose when she just ignited him and then walked the other way and didn't look back, and that was just pretty darn cool. Grabbing that blue now, gonna recall as quickly as possible because she knows that someone is probably coming for her. And Swain is actually very, very close. Will she be in time? Oh, that never move just hit. Oh my god, just missed that never move. That was just, if she got caught by that, that would not have been fun.
My penis actually flinched on that one because it was so close. Awkward.
I bet LeBlanc was like, not even close, baby.
Oh god, you just had to say that.
Yep.
I kind of don't like you anymore.
Aw, don't be that hard.
Nice try, guy. Surprised you didn't say that one.
What is Odir doing right now?
I don't know. I don't think he realizes. I mean, he should obviously realize that people are behind him. And it looks like he will just be backing out. I mean, he was forcing all of the average Baddies to come down there. Which
look at this, though.
Really
They're all standing there, not going for it. That's just a bit hilarious to me.
Well, he did a really good job because it forced them to not push. Like, they had to stop pushing because of that.
Yeah.
Had to go and help. And I actually see Shirley's Reverie going down for Soraka. So they will really have a super strong engage now, having that speed boost from Maokai to run in their interest events. He also has a Shirley's as well to start this team fight off when they want to, as well as disengaging when they want to. And Swain does finish up that Glacial Shot. He does get that Frozen Heart, so he is really trying to go for that in the thick of things.
In the thick of it.
Try to take as much damage as he can for his team. and try to heal it all back up. I wouldn't be too surprised to see maybe Riley's going down for some extra health, extra tankiness, or maybe he actually might need to go more AP damage because he is their only form of AP at the moment.
Yeah. I believe Corki is, as long as Swain can stand in front of them and just zone them out, Corki is just going to chug away at the closest target, and he is building that last Whisper now to be able to deal tons of damage to whoever he focuses. And a bit bad position. LeBlanc is coming in from behind here, and they are going to be able to get this inhibitor, but will there be a fight? Janna is getting stunned there. Ooh,
Very
completely
nice
assassinated. Very nice play by LeBlanc, and you know that is absolutely one of the targets that they need to burst down. And here comes the ultimate from Rumble, and wow, they're starting to melt right now. Very well played here from Team Real, and is Swain even going to go down? That Frozen Heart does neglect a lot of damage, but here comes Rumble again. That Ignite is going to go down. And wow, well played by LeBlanc there. Really made that fight, going in and bursted down the key target. The main damage dealer, Corki, just went down immediately, and that was really well played.
Yeah, very well played, LeBlanc. That might have actually been the turning point in the game, to be honest. I mean, that really helped secure a presence for them now, because LeBlanc is able to, buy towards your Robodons now, and they actually picked up a killing spree bonus off a soldier, who is Swain. So yeah, I mean, this game is not over. I'm
Absolutely
curious to see
not.
if they can come back now.
Yeah, Odyr's going to push that top. He's probably not going to get it though. Can he go toe-to-toe against this Lee Sin? I don't think he will. He probably will want to play this safe. They don't want to give away this slight, advantage that they actually got from that last team fight. LeBlanc is going to farm a bit bottom and try and work towards that Rabadons, like you said. But I really want to see, like, if LeBlanc can make some more awesome plays like that, that is going to be a pain. Because they really can't be, Team Average Baddies really can't be sloppy right now. They really need to focus because they're a bit ahead, but they're not that ahead.
Yeah, Soraka was a little slow there to kind of maybe silence that LeBlanc to deny her all of her damage onto that Corki, and probably could have saved him. I think she was probably standing right next to him, but still was not just really paying attention. Really, I don't think she
Looking
just really
somewhere else,
expected
yeah.
that LeBlanc to come up like that. I didn't even expect that, to be honest.
Me
But
neither.
and I could see her coming too. So
Yeah. It's just very well assassinated all in all. Swain here very aggressive in the jungle, but he has allies close to him. They should probably wait for Maokai, which they probably will before they make a play. Meanwhile, just pushing this, since middle will push naturally, they are just going to try and poke on this top turret, I reckon. And we're going to see what happens there. Graves actually, almost getting caught by that. Nice quick draw there, not to get caught by that stun. And they're actually going to move in. LeBlanc, as you can see, moving around the other way. She is going to try something sneaky, hopefully. Odir taking a lot of punishment like he should be doing. Monsoon goes down, and that's actually, their tank is going to go down now. Odir is taking too much damage, and they are going to have to back off. LeBlanc did not manage to pull off that sneaky thing that she was hoping for, because one-on-one, just pure offensive like that, they don't have enough damage still. And I think that they should try and look into just doing these kind of sneaky, tricky initiations and catching the average baddies off guard right now, because one-on-one, 5v5, 5v5, face-to-face, they can't really pull it off right now.
One-on-one, 5v5.
One-on-one,
Wait,
5v5, one man.
One man will be the victor. Okay, definitely a good point. Like LeBlanc just, LeBlanc actually gets away and does pull that Maokai over into an overextending, but Rumble getting extremely low, has to flash, but Lee Sin does pick up that kill onto him and getting that dragon kick backwards onto LeBlanc, but she will get away, and Swain taking some heavy damage from that turret, and that Graze goes down as well, and it looks like they're actually going to retreat without getting this inhibitor. But yeah, it's a really good point by LeBlanc. Like, they really need to drag this game out a little longer. Like, LeBlanc, once she shoots her Robodons, might be able to burst down more than just Corki. She might actually be able to burst down, well, actually, no, I don't think she can burst down anyone. Maybe Corki and Soraka, but that's about it. And we see Udyr actually pushing and getting this engage onto him, and it looks like Maokai might go down as well as Udyr here. Graves actually flashing for that kill on Corki, just turn around and buckshot right into Maokai, and is now just attacking, going to town on Lee Sin. LeBlanc barely, almost escaping, does get silenced by Soraka and killed, and Graves picking up, I believe, that was a double or maybe even a triple there. Actually, yeah, he picked up a triple there, so that really put him back in game now. He has a Bloodthirster
Really
and a
good.
Wriggles now, so, I mean, the amount of healing he's going to be doing for himself is insane.
Yeah, and he did a good job. He just went, he let the tanks and everyone waste their CC on him, but he was still healthy after that due to his lifesteal, and then he just went for Corki. Like, I see a lot of people making that mistake. You hit the closest targets because you're so used to that in large team fight, you kind of have to. But in this case, he could just ignore them. They had the cooldowns down, and he just went for Corki and completely killed him instantly. And then it was just a very basic poking kill at the rest of them. But yeah, unfortunately, LeBlanc got a bit greedy there and actually died to the starfall of Soraka, and that was just brilliant to see.
I was hoping she would escape barely.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
As you see, Baron is up. It looks like average Baddies are going to be heading for that to try to secure it. I'm kind of surprised to see Team Real not go for it there. They actually had 4 people up compared to the average Baddies 1, so they could have probably taken it quick enough, especially with his Grace and how much damage he's doing. And his Ruthless, he does actually pick up his last Whisper as well, so he will be able to take out anyone that actually comes near him. So Grace is probably like the real key point here. If he can do well, he definitely can turn his game around for his team.
Yeah. They are going to have to do something about this, though. Odir is way behind. He was pushing bottom, and this is going to be another Baron unless they can perform a sneaky steal, but it's not going to happen. And now they placed down a couple of wards, but it didn't help them a lot since they were all in there and gathered. And now they have another Baron again. The average baddies are a bit too strong for them at this point, I reckon. They will now be able to win any team fight that they engage 5v5, 1-on-1. But if they can do something sneaky again, that is going to be a whole different story. And if Graves can follow up with the damage that he's actually got right now, he does have that last Whisper to do damage to everyone. That could be that could be really turning in Team Real's favor. So it's really going to come down to this last fight, I think.
Yeah, we saw a lot of item buying just now. Corki picked up his last Whisper, Lee Sin picked up his Atmos, and LeBlanc actually did finally pick up her Rabadon. So this will be a really interesting team fight. Corki is now able to just kind of really sit back, really let his team, the tankiness of his team, really just protect him. And he really used that to his advantage. I mean, he has his last Whisper especially for that. And also, I want to point out he did not pick up Eternity Board, so that's really cool to see. You know, Corki can do a lot of damage, obviously. The more attack damage he gets, the more his E does, so... Well, looks like we're going to see mid inhibitor go down here. There's no way that Team Rio can actually contest this, and they probably will lose their top one as well. And LeBlanc actually getting noticed from behind. Maokai might be able to pick up... Oh, wow, she has a really nice juke, but Strucky in the really nice silence, which Maokai does engage onto that Rumble, who does get saved by Jonas Monsoon. And that was a really good job by Team Average Baddies to actually pay attention to where LeBlanc was this time and prevent Corki from getting bursted.
Yeah. They did not want that to happen again. They did not want to lose Corki like that. And, yeah, they spotted her. But look at that damage still. Wow, half HP. That health from his ultimate is going to regen, and he's going to be okay. And now LeBlanc's, what's it called? Deathfire Grasp is going to be on cooldown. So now she doesn't have the same presence. You can't burst the beefier targets down at the same potential that you could with that cooldown. But yeah, so average bad is just clearing up the jungle now, and now they're going to go for bottom, since that really is the last objective they need to claim on this map before they can actually push for the Nexus and nothing else. So yeah, I don't know, man. They need to get a good positioning for the next team fight if Team Real is going to have a chance here.
Sorry, I've been like mindlessly watching this Corki face tank that blue buff for Swain. That was kind of funny. Yeah, no, it was a really good point. Like something amazing really is to happen here for Team Real now. Like, and they had a really good potential for a comeback there, but the moment that they let Average Baddies get Baron was the moment they kind of just let it go. I mean, they let that lead go that they actually just like had back.
And that all felt like he. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, good. I was just gonna say potatoes.
It felt like he accumulated from that mid fight in mid lane when they actually downed the turret and made a couple of mistakes. Like from that, they just had a solid snowball of the entire team, and Team Average Baddies was just in a good position at all times from that. And apart from the awesome play from LeBlanc, they have been playing solidly since then. And right now, as you can see, we got minions pushing top, we got minions pushing mid, and they are just doing the right thing here, waiting at the only objective they have left to claim, and just waiting for someone that is going to have to go and save that mid turret when the super minions are going to start pummeling on it. And that is going to be Graves, a key target to the fight. And at that point, they are probably going to go in. But here comes Rumble's ultimate, and they are going to move out of that kite out. And when they are out of turret range, they will try and do some damage. Graves taking a lot of damage, having to cleanse and flash out. And now they can just put the pain on Rumble there, going down. Wow, that's a lot of damage right there. And LeBlanc just can't get into position right now. And they're doing a good job keeping together. They just move like one big chunk of, I don't know, an immovable object, and they just do what they do best.
A big chunk of a movable object.
Yes. Fail English. And here comes the Twisted Advance. That flash is not going to save it, but she can move out, and that is good at least.
Yeah, because of Minhib being down, LeBlanc cannot sneak up on them unless she puts herself in a really bad position, like in her own jungle. So she kind of like is kind of screwed at the moment. She just cannot really get that burst down anyone, and she just tried to do a little bit of damage to Corki. But it's for splash away. It looks like the Average Baddies actually will pick this win up here, getting the first Nexus turret down and potentially a second one here in a few seconds. And it looks like, Gray's doing some heavy damage to Corki and tries to go after him, but he does get caught off guard by Maokai and Lee Sin. And really good teamwork right there to kind of protect him and notice that. And
Corki doing a good job staying at max range and just poking him down and letting his teammates handle the rest. And yeah, they can't push for the win though. I really like Team Real doing the last bit of defense here. Will they be able to save the Nexus though?
Never give up, never surrender.
Exactly. Even against a group of immovable objects.
Yeah, here's a question for you. Would you rather be an immovable object or an unstoppable force?
Classic conundrums. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd probably be neither.
But
because I'm cool like that, you know.
Oh, okay, then I'd rather just be both. If you're gonna do that,
then you gotta pull that on me.
Actually, a friend of mine asked that question. She said, "Unsolvable force." I'm like, "Why?" And she said, "Because I don't want to not be able to move." That was pretty funny. So now we're seeing all three lanes are just converging onto that Nexus. They're just constantly pushing. The average Baddies is in no hurry to actually go win this, knowing that, as long as those lanes are pushing, they're free to do whatever they want. Baron should be up in about a minute and a half, I believe. Their Baron did run out while they were doing that push. And Soraka just doing some heavy warding here. Really good position with her items, though. She has Australia's, has an Aegis. Aegis really nice. I mean, because Team Real doesn't have too much AoE damage, that the Aegis really helps in preventing LeBlanc from bursting anyone down.
Absolutely. And right now they are just going to take anything they can find. I'm not sure if they're even going to wait for Baron. They might even feel confident enough to just push this right now. Right now I even feel that they could go in and finish off this Nexus before they actually get aced. So, but obviously I wouldn't recommend them doing that. But yeah, Corki is gonna start hitting on it there. Shirilas goes in, and yeah, this is gonna be GG. But they are gonna try a last fight. Rumble's ultimate goes down. LeBlanc is getting caught. Monsoon pushing them back. But as you can see, the Nexus is taking too much damage.
Yep.
And there is the GG. Well played from the team average Baddies here. Very solid game there.
Yeah, it's a very solid game. Really impressed with both teams play there.
Yeah, and I really got to give a big kudos for the nice assassination on Corki that really turned the game a bit around, and it actually gave us some